What's your daily routine? Unlike most disciplined people, I don't actually have a morning routine. Morning routines are things that are very helpful, but they have to be oriented towards your specific goals in a specific set of time. If, for example, you're struggling financially, then maybe working out 3 hours in the day isn't the most important priority. So your goals, your daily routine should shift. For example, for me right now, I have to manage a big team. So my morning starts off with a walk. I get to meditate, get back home, sit on my laptop, and do phone calls. Once I tell my team what to do, they go off and fulfill their tasks, and then I check back in for end of the day reports, which are key to building communities and building teams. It all comes down to what is the goal of the day. You create a very basic routine that sets you up for success. I'm trapped in my job. How do I get out? Well, the first thing is you want to have the desire to get out. You need to be able to see better opportunities and better possibilities elsewhere. They often say the grass is greener on the other side. And if you want to get out of your job because you realize that there's better opportunities, you need 3 very important ingredients. One is you need a new circle of influence and a new circle of friends. You're only as good as the people that are around you. It's key and it's extremely important that you surround yourself with a new environment. 2 is you need mentors. I often talk about this, whether you want to go into real estate, e-commerce, crypto, social media. You need to understand that there's people that have gone the path that you want to go a lot earlier and have made mistakes that you might inevitably make. If you find a mentor, you're going to position yourself with a lot more confidence to win and to avoid the pitfalls and losses that those mentors may have incurred in the past. So find a community, find people that empower you, find mentors, and finally, have a goal. How much money do you need in order for you to quit your job? Define that number. When you have a defined number, a specific goal, now you understand what you need to work towards. And that is how you get out of your 9-to-5 job. Are you disciplined 100% of the time? Well, the answer to that is no. But in fact, I don't even like the concept of the word discipline because discipline has a negative connotation to it. You know, when you're a kid and you did something wrong, you were what? Disciplined. I like the word self-regulation, where you regulate yourself day by day. You know what you're supposed to eat, what you're not supposed to eat. And instead of making it something that is a negative experience, self-regulation makes it a powerful experience because it makes you in control. So instead of having a negative experience towards something that you know you need to do, have an attitude whereby you are in control. You self-regulate instead of forcing yourself to be disciplined. That is the key. How do you guarantee your ability to get rich? Well, first, anything that you tap into and anything that you do needs to be in high demand. You're not going to make money if there's no customers. The second thing is you need to be the best at what you do. Do people trust you? Do people like you? Do people enjoy your services and your products? You need to be the best because in a marketplace that is saturated, people are not just looking for quality. They're looking for one very important thing. They're looking for something that they don't have to replace. Irreplaceability is a third ingredient to guaranteeing your ability to make money and get rich. Because if you're in high demand, you're the best at what you do, not the cheapest, you're hired for being the best. Also irreplaceable. We're entering an era with artificial intelligence where things are getting pretty nasty. You need to be able to cover all these 3, which I call the trifecta of making money. Become irreplaceable, become the best at what you do, and be in high demand. How messed up are businesses if you don't have a community? I often talk about community as that lifeblood of a business, the riverbed that old empires used to build their civilizations on. Let's take the Nile River, for example. Egypt was built around the Nile River. Well, the Nile River very much resembles a community. It doesn't matter what you build around the Nile River or around your customer base, as long as you don't pollute the river. You never want to mess with your community because they are the lifeblood of the business. Once you understand that they're the ones that have the money, they're the ones that are making the thing run. Your job is to preserve it and build around it sustainably. And that is how you build a powerful community that continues to come time and time again. How does somebody become famous online? Becoming famous isn't the key. The key is to have a brand that stands for something. Whether it's a personal brand or whether it's a product or service, the brand is what sells because a brand is a accumulation of reputation. When you have a brand, you're either depositing or withdrawing from the bank account of reputation. And that's what it boils down to. It's not about being famous. It's about being respected. You don't need many people in order for you to have an audience. Most people think that they need millions of followers. I know people with millions of followers that can't sell a t-shirt because nobody respects them. So when you see other people making videos or a prank video that has 1 million views go viral and your video about your business is getting 30,000 views, that's okay. Because that's niche, that's specific to what you're doing. So don't focus on becoming famous online, focus on becoming respected in your niche. And obviously the online presence helps massively. Which habit in life made you successful? Positive affirmations. Speaking positively with gratitude to myself. I see so many successful people with money. They're not grateful. They have no positive outlook towards life. They have money, but that's all they have, which means they don't have much. But when you're grateful for what you have, you approach life not out of a place of greed and need, but out of a place of abundance. And when you operate out of a place of abundance, you operate freely. Positive mindset is the key to winning. Does money change you? So money will just amplify who you are. If you're a greedy person, well, you'll just be a greedy person with more money. If you're a mean person, well, you'll have the ability to be an even meaner person because now you don't have these financial repercussions that you have to deal with. Money often has a negative connotation. Money's just neutral. Money just is a thing. Money's just a medium of exchange, a form of accounting, a store of value, but it's just a thing. It's a tool. And when you understand that it's just a tool and you don't attach your ego to the tool, then you don't allow money to change you. And there's a famous verse in the Bible that says, "What shall a man prosper if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul?" If you lose yourself in the process, then you lost the game. So it's about winning the game of life, winning the game of business, and keeping yourself in the process. Which mistake has cost you the most money? There's only lessons, not losses, in the game of business. But the number one irredeemable mistake in business that has cost me not only time and energy is not learning from my mistakes. It's only a loss if there's no lesson. And in order for there to be a lesson, there needs to be intentionality. Most people, they mess up. They don't go back to the drawing board and think about how to improve. So therefore the loss is net negative. If I don't do anything with the information, that's where the failure begins. When you make the same mistake time and time again. Whatever money it costs you, it's the price to be paid. I've had $100,000 lessons, but if you learn from them, well, it's money and lessons that most people will never be able to learn. So take it and run with it. When I focus on business, my health suffers. What do I do about it? You need to understand that in life, your health, it's like the tectonic plate on which everything resides. If it's shaky, if it's wobbly, if it's prone to earthquakes, it doesn't matter what you build upon it. It'll crumble. It's inevitable. Why would you spend 40, 50, 60 years building an empire, doing incredible things, sacrificing in order to just enjoy it on some bed because you didn't choose to exercise or put your priority in health and well-being? It only makes sense. It's only natural that you be performing at your optimal. But if your health, the vessel that carries your dreams, isn't operating at 100% capacity, then you're limiting yourself. As above, so below. If you want something reflected in your mindset, well, it needs to be displayed in every area of your life. You can't just be excellent in business. You can't just be an excellent father. There's other areas in your life that are extremely important. And it all starts with your health. 3 types of health: your physical health, your mental health, and your spiritual health. These 3 are important. And believe it or not, they're all intertwined. Your spiritual health, if you're feeling bad, if you have a bad mindset, it's going to be affected. If your physical health is not in check, your mindset will not work well. If your mindset is all about negativity, body shaming, not really caring about your health, then your body will reflect that. All 3 need to be in harmony. All 3 need to be in check. Health is the tectonic plate on which your dreams reside.